Hey, what's up, Bulldogs? It is Monday, and I just wanted to go over a couple of things here. So, this is simple interest right here. When you get here, you can see the word here becomes compounded, right? All these words here, they can become compounded. Let's just pick any one of these. Let's pick number 14. How's that? Okay? So, what is the formula that we are using? The formula for compound interest is A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. To the NT. So, what do all these things mean? Well, A is the total amount accrued. What that means is this is what you're going to have in total at the end of this period. I think we discussed P as principal, not spelled this way, but this way. That's the principal. And that's the amount you start with. That's the amount that you start with to begin. R is interest rate. Interest rate. And very important here, this is in decimal form. Which means when they say 5%, this means 0.05. It means that you take the 5%, right? That's 5%. You move it over 2. It becomes 0.05. So 4.85% actually equals 485, and you throw another 0. 0.0485. That is decimal form. So when they say like 8%, you have to move the decimal over 2 times to the left. And then N is the number of times it's compounded. So if it's done once a year, then this right here would be 1. If it's done semi-annually, that would be 2. If it's done monthly, that would be 12. If it's done weekly, it would be 52. If it's done daily, it would be 365. And then T is the number of years. Let's try it. Here we go. $1,500. That's our principal. So A, let me switch colors here. Pink. I like pink. A, well, let me go a little higher here. A equals 1,500, right? Times 1. Now the 1 stands for basically what that principal is. It's the other stuff, this Rn to the NT power, which is really where we're going to make our money. Because 1,500 times 1 is 1,500. And that's really what we're starting with. So, plus, what is R here? What is the interest rate? It's 7%. So 7% equals 0.07. Right? And it's funny to think that you're going to take such a small number like 0.07 and divide it by something. But don't worry, we have got a power up top. This NT over here, it's really going to make a difference. Over, it's done annually for 3 years. So we're just going to say 1. It's going to be divided by 1. So it's going to be itself. To what? To the N, which is 1, times how many years? 3 years. So really, if I write it again, it's A equals 1,500 times 1 plus 0.07 to the third power, which is A equals 1,500 times 1.07 to the third power, which means A equals 1500 times, what is 1.07 to the third power? Well, I could just do 1.07 times 1.07 times 1.07, or I can go to my calculator, my phone, if you will, turn it to its side, write 1.07, and then there's this little button that says x to the y power. It's right under the m plus sign. I'll hit that. I'll hit the number 3, because this means to the third power. And I get 1.225043. 1.225043. Multiply that by 1500, and my final answer is 1837. And I want my 56 cents. Let's see if I'm right. 14. 1837, 56. Not bad for an old man. All right, you want to do one more? Let's do one more. God, this is so much fun. Okay, let's do something that quarterly. Let's do this one right here. Okay, so what's my formula? A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. What do I get? I get 21,000, right? That's my P times 1 plus, what's my rate? 13.6. Well, 13.6% actually equals that decimal point going over back 2. So it's really 1.136. So 0.136 over N. This is being compounded quarterly. So how many times a year is it compounded? 4 times a year. I'm going to divide by 4. And then what's my N times T? That is the number of times it's compounded a year. 4 times the number of years, which is 4 years. So rewriting this, I get 21,000 times 1 plus, what is 0.136? 0.136 divided by 4. 0.034. So this 4 times 4 is 16th power. Now it's that 16th power that's really going to make the money. It's going to help us out. This is going to be actually pretty, I think it's going to be pretty sizable return here. So let's do 1.034. So it's 21,000 times 1.034, 16th power. I'm going to do 1.034. I'm going to turn my phone to the side. I'm going to press the X to the Y power button, which is right under the M plus. And I'm going to type in the number 16, hit return, and I'm going to get 21,000 times 1.70737, and then blah, 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 blah. I'm going to multiply this number by 21,000. And in just 4 short years, I have 35,854. 85 cents. That's it, folks. That's your answer. Not your best looking 5. It's not the best. 85. I want my 85 cents too. That's your answer. 35,854. 35,854. 35,854 and 85 cents. There you go. All right. I hope this is a little helpful. Don't worry. We will do it tomorrow. Have a great, great night.